Hello, my literary luminaries, and welcome back to another Top 5 Wednesday. Today's Top 5 Wednesday topic is your top 5 favorite science fiction fantasy creations, I guess, of all time. I just have favorite sci-fi fantasy of all time, so I chose works. I'm sure there was a better description, I just didn't write it down, and I'm too lazy to look it up. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. None of these should really come as a surprise to you guys, because you've probably heard me talk about all of them before. But number 1 is Amber, and thusly the Courts of Chaos, all from the Chronicles of Amber series. I've been in love with Amber since I was in middle school. There's no other world, there's almost no other world that really comes close at all. Because Amber's been there for so long. But it's a brilliant idea. Shadow worlds have massively affected the way I think about things. Amber's one of my favorites. And it's sad because an author I really like just recently read some of the Chronicles of Amber and didn't like them. And it made me so sad. But, to each their own. Number 2. This is quite possibly the only one that outranks Amber in the list because I may have read these first. I don't remember. And that is Pern, Dragon Riders of Pern, which I haven't read in such a long time. I really need to go back, because I don't think I've read them since I was in about middle school. And I have a couple other Pern books on my bookshelf, but the major, first 3 or whatever that I read are all part of one big book that belonged to my parents. So I will have to go track that down. But I don't know what it was about Pern, but I absolutely loved it. Dragons. What more do you really need? Dragons. Number 3. Number 3 actually takes place in the real world, essentially. But the Callahans Cross Time Saloon books. All-time favorites. If I could go to Callahans, I'd be there in an instant. I have often said that in the event that I ever get to build my own house, the attic is going to be made into a replica of what I see Callahans as. Complete with glasses you can smash into a fireplace. I absolutely love Callahans, and I have no idea why I was reading them when I was so young, but I got nothing. But they're wonderful books. Absolutely wonderful. I don't even know how to describe them. They're very feel good. I mean, when one of the first stories is when a alien comes in and basically says, "I'm here to kill you all," and they try and talk him out of it. It's a bunch of people at a bar trying to save humanity. That doesn't sound familiar at all. Wow. Number 4. Despite the fact that I haven't actually read much of it, given that one of my favorite characters from fiction is in it, Discworld had to be on the list. I know. I should really read more Discworld. I really, really should. And I have a whole bunch of Discworld books that I got sort of in the wake of Sir Terry's death. And they are definitely on the list. But y'all know how long my TBR is. I promise I'll get to them, though. But I love Death. He is my favorite character. He is one of my favorite characters from all of fiction. I love Death so much. And just the world of Discworld is fantastic and brilliant and silly and wonderful. And there's nothing else quite like it. If it wasn't on the list, I don't know what I would have been thinking. And finally, number 5. This one is the only one that kind of stands out. And it's one that I believe I have mentioned before, but I'm not positive. It's a short story, and it's called The Widget, the Wadget, and Boff. Seriously. It's in a collection of, the best short stories of, America's best short stories, science fiction, something. And my dad had a copy of it. It still does, somewhere. And it's a short story. It's about a little boy, basically, that ends up with these 2 aliens around him. Again, as with everything else in my life, I haven't read it in a while. But sort of this young boy and these 2 aliens and trying to work out life. But my whole family says yes because of the book instead of, a proper yes. And I think there's a whole bunch of other things, but it's a brilliant and adorable little story. I found it on an absolute fluke in a used bookstore in Pittsburgh on one of my residency trips. It was amazing. It sits... Can you see it? Maybe you can't. Where is it? I don't know. It's up there somewhere. Should be up there somewhere. It's hiding, but I have it. It's up there somewhere on my bookshelves. I believe it's a red book, so, that narrows it down. But it was an absolute gold mine of a find. It was beautiful, but it's well, okay, I think that probably predates it, but I probably read it around the same time as Amber and Pern, but such a lovely little story. Such a weirdly profound impact on my life. So those are my top 5 all-time favorite sci-fi fantasy stuffs. Let me know, what are some of yours? Let me know in the comments down below or on Twitter at KRIandFrey. As always, I love to hear from y'all. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It is very much appreciated and very much helps. And hey, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, why not subscribe? YouTube will very kindly notify you anytime that I post a new video, which should be every Tuesday and Thursday. And if you hit the little bell icon, it'll make extra sure you know. But until next time, I shall bid you all adieu, and I will see you all on Tuesday for another Tuesday Talks. Bye! Never saw that connection before. Whoopsies. That's funny, though. I'm genuinely baffled by that. Whole bunch of people sitting in a bar trying to save humanity. That's my book! Subliminally, Callahans is alpha. Oh, God. That made my day.